It's on. Can you hear? Did I hit?
I haven't.
I just got it right there.
Okay.
You think we're even gonna hear like that?
Probably. Let me check it.
Better. This is not gonna. Can you help me? Sorry. Okay.
Is that going to stay?
Yeah, I think so. Remember, mine is kind of
Looks like it's about to fall.
Do you have some tape or something?
It was fine. It didn't need tape for a minute.
until I came along. But do you have any now? Is this okay? All right.
You ready?
All right, good morning. Can you hear me? Is everybody good?
Thank you.
Okay. It's been about today marks the 1 year mark of a horrific tragedy that occurred here in Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. It ripped 17 lives from us, 14 precious young people, 3 employees that were lost in this tragedy. The impact of this horrific event has been monumental in its scope and its reach across this county, this state, and throughout this nation. Today is a day that We are calling a day of service and love to honor the victims, to continue to work through the process of healing and recovery for the injured, and for the hundreds and thousands who are also impacted emotionally through trauma. It's an enormously challenging time, but we believe that working together, coming together each and every day, although we may not always agree on the path to get there, but that working collectively, we will find it. And we'll recover and we'll heal as a community. I want to thank everyone in this community all across Broward County, the state of Florida, and this nation for your support, your prayers, your efforts, your wisdom, the work that's been put in. I want to certainly continue to recognize and thank our employees, our counselors, our social workers, our therapists who continue to work hard each and every day to service the students, the faculty in this community. So thank you, and I ask that everyone continue to respect this day and allow our community to honor the lives that we lost. And although we mourn from the lives that we lost through a horrific act of hate and anger, I believe that we must also celebrate the possibilities of what can be through love and support. Thank you. Yeah, actually, I agree with what the governor did. I think it'll be a good step to help districts around the state better understand where we all are relative to safety and security. And as much as we can learn, that'll help us to get better. My goal each and every day is to make our district safer than it was yesterday. And anything that we can learn that will help us toward that goal, absolutely, I welcome that. I expect that Broward County Public Schools will become the safest school district in this state and maybe in this country. That's what we're pushing for. I think we have a grand opportunity here to be an example for the rest of the state and the nation. So again, I welcome that. I also welcome the opportunity to actually get facts. This has been a really difficult year, made even more difficult by the amount of misinformation that continues to proliferate in all sorts of media. And so to the extent that we can actually have facts, then we can certainly, I think, move forward in a smarter way and a more disciplined way.
Mr. Murphy, what do you say to the criticizers, people who criticize your leaders both before the shooting and after your leadership? What do you say to them?
Well, what I would say is that I understand that how difficult this situation is, and there's nothing that we can do as an administration, as a school district, as a leadership team. There's nothing that I can do that will make 17 lives lost or 17 that were injured, that will make that okay, that can never return those lives. So I understand that anger and that frustration, but our position has to be that we identify and be very clear on what the issues are, what the opportunities are, and which we can use to get better and learn from this tragedy and move forward and make our schools safer. And do that at the same time we work to provide a high quality education to each and every one of our students, not just here in Stoneman Douglas, but across the entire Broward County of over 270,000 students that we deliver high quality education services to each and every day in over 230 schools.
Sir,
What's
I
it
know
like
it's
inside?
early on, but
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
You have parents who are asking you to help make schools safer to install metal detectors that they say that never came to fruition.
So we've had several meetings recently with parents, and I've committed to them that we will relook and take a second look at that particular issue. And within the next few weeks, we'll provide an answer how we may move forward on that. So.
You said that was going to happen before school started.
Well, so let me just say this. Part of the work that we've done, none of us are school security experts. So we've hired a school security expert, one of the best independent firms in the nation. They've been advising us on how to prioritize our investments to make sure that we're doing what we can with the resources that we can to improve safety and security across our schools. And we've been doing that as we've gone throughout the past year.
Can you talk about the changes that have been made over the past year and what still needs to be done?
Sure. So immediately up on the tragedy, we worked to provide services to deal with the trauma and the impact of this on a human level, right? So we wanted to make sure that we were able to service this community. We opened 5 resiliency centers here within the Parkland community. One of them was 24/7. We staffed them with counselors, therapists. We actually reached out and brought in other organizations such as the National Center for School Crisis and Bereavement, the Center for Mind-Body Medicine. We've staffed an additional 25 clinicians in this zone. We've even brought therapy dogs and lots of other resources. In terms of safety, we've actually been working on safety projects for quite some time. One of the things that we did initially was to make sure that our schools were leveraging the assets that we had. So we made it very clear to our school leaders, our school administrators, that following school safety protocols was an absolute imperative. So ensuring that on all of our school campuses in Broward County, that the gates are locked when school's in session, classroom doors are locked, students, adults, visitors, everyone wears appropriate ID, but just really making sure that we're changing the behavior and culture around security on our campuses. We upgraded our camera systems in Broward County. That's a project that we started about a month before the tragedy. We completed that in June of 2018 and put all of our camera systems under one network. That's over 10,000 cameras in Broward County. We also worked to ensure that we met the goal of having a school resource officer or an armed guardian in every single one of our schools before the start of the school year. We were able to meet that goal. We also took the first phase of a needs assessment that was completed, and the school board in August of 2018 authorized over $30 million to purchase an additional 2,500 cameras, to have more radios for staff to improve communications on our campuses, and also allocated funds to upgrade our intercom systems. And here at Stoneman Douglas, we actually did all of that work over the summer. This is a school campus that's had a single point of entry. We replaced the intercom system and upgraded that here at the school. We added over 100 cameras here at Stoneman Douglas last summer. We replaced the door locking mechanisms on all the doors here as well. So there's been a substantial amount of work. We have doubled the security staff at Stoneman Douglas from 9 to 18. So again, we have done significant amount of work here. We continue to do safety and security enhancements across all our schools in Broward County. That's a work that will continue, and it's an ongoing effort and a top priority for us, again, to make our schools as safe as possible for our students, our families, and our community.
Sir, what's the mood inside? It looks like attendance is awfully low. We didn't see a lot of kids.
Yeah, attendance is very low today. We have given our students and our families the opportunity to spend the day in a manner in which they wish. There are a variety of opportunities throughout this community and across the county to engage in service and support activities, but attendance is significantly low because we offered that option to students here at at Stoneman Douglas. Yeah. All right, just one or two. Yeah, I think that every day is a constant challenge and struggle, and you maybe find one moment, the next moment, you're struggling. There's a lot of post-traumatic stress that's here, and for some, it's almost as if the incident occurred yesterday. It's raw and fresh for people. We continue to provide as much support as we possibly can, and again, recognize that it's an ongoing process, and it's very, very difficult for all that's involved, especially the folks that show up at this building on this campus each and every day.
Can you speak to the issues in 2013 that you said that you were going to be addressed?
2013 was not just about those issues. There was a proposal to actually create a separate taxing body. Around the same time, the district was in the process of issuing a general obligation bond, which has safety components to it, and that's all I'll say on that topic at this time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. All right.